welcome back to Banter Wars. We're still on 1.5, but this is the bonus episode. These are the matches that never made it into the original run of Banter Wars 1.5, the games which weren't quite fitting in enough to get into the main episodes. So we have mostly some 4-way melee, some scrap iron, and then a bonus at the end. First up is the scrap iron, and we have 3 robots from YouTubers who would not make it into Banter Wars Series 2. Soul Devil 21, Floppy Frog Gamers, and Darth Ripper, who is the YouTube Scrap Iron Champion. Time to go find out. Let's go to a new arena. This is Electric Arena. Off they go. Soul Devil, Darth Ripper. Soul Devil's turned itself over instantly from the start, coming in on Darth Ripper. It came in too fast. It's a very speedy robot. It's currently on its back. It can self-right if given the opportunity, if given the time. Meanwhile, Floppy Frog Gamers and Darth Ripper are at each other's throats. They both have spinning weapons. The Observer Bot's in the arena as well, as you can see. It's trying to right Soul Devil. It gets there in the end. Soul Devil is a fast robot. It's got a deadly weapon. It is expected to do well here today. And it's turned over. Darth Ripper, it's grabbed a hold of one of the lengthy spinning arms of Darth Ripper and thrown it over backwards. Floppy Frog Gamer is stunned, but it's still in on the action. It's got a dented side there from its collisions with Darth Ripper. Now the 3 are hanging together. Observer Bot takes a look from a distance. It's too dangerous to get too close to these 3. Can Darth Ripper be flipped back over? I'm not sure, but the other 2 are ganging up on each other at the moment. Soul Devil and Floppy Frog Gamers. And Floppy Frog Gamers has turned Darth Ripper... No, not Darth Ripper. Darth Ripper's on the background. Soul Devil is turned over by Floppy Frog Gamers. That spinning blade can be quite ferocious, and it is capable of turning opponents over, as you saw just then. Soul Devil and Floppy Frog definitely on top here. Darth Ripper is now coming back into action. It's been turned over by the Observer Bot and comes back into play on the other 3. Soul Devil's lost an arm. That's come off from a collision by Floppy Frog Gamers, and Floppy Frog Gamers has turned Soul Devil over again, and Soul Devil is under real pressure here by Floppy Frog Gamers. It's been really impressive so far. It's smoking. There's smoke coming from someone. I believe it is Soul Devil's robot. And off comes the weapons of Darth Ripper. The Floppy Frog Gamers weapon is taking these robots to pieces. There goes part 1. The other part swings around, and that one comes off as well. Darth Ripper has no weapons left. Soul Devil is upside down, and with one part of the flip left, I think it's out. I think it's between Darth Ripper and Floppy Frog Gamers here, and they both have spinning weapons, but Floppy Frog Gamers is still active. It still has its weapon intact. I think Darth Ripper is under real problems here. We're coming to the end of the bout now, and I must say, it's going to go down to a judge's decision, but I think Floppy Frog Gamers has this one. It's been really impressive so far. A shame it can't get into Series 2. Observer Bot now gets into play. Getting a bit bored of the action. I think Observer Bot is trying to beat the 2. Floppy Frog Gamers have been turned over by Observer Bot. I think it's been counted out now, but it won't count. Observer Bot is just having a bit of fun here. Now turns Floppy Frog back over. Behave yourself, Observer Bot. Get out of there. You're not supposed to be involved. And it's game over. I think Floppy Frog Gamers has won. Soul Devil threw itself on its back. Then it went on the attack on Darth Ripper, turning it over. Darth Ripper was out of it from the start there, but Floppy Frog Gamers turned on Soul Devil and was really on top, and that really showed itself to be the dominant robot out of these 3, and I think it's clearly won here. It tore the others to shreds. Soul Devil was counted out. Darth Ripper was still alive, but it didn't have any effects in the battle. The judges, as expected, have gone for Floppy Frog Gamers. Remittances to Soul Devil 21 and Darth Ripper, but Floppy Frog Gamers, a wonderful win there. Out of the 3 robots that will not be entering for Series 2. So that's our scrap iron competition out of the way for now. Following, we have 4-way melees, and quite a few of them. The first one, Invertible robots, Adolf Jackler, Maria the German, Mikolas GX and Young Bones Gaming. 3 of these competitors will be in Series 2, but Mikolas GX will not be appearing in Series 2. This will be Mikolas GX's last appearance, unless he enters for Series 3. So who is the best invertible robot in the ring today? To find out, we're in the combat arena. Off they go once more. Straight on the action, Adolf Jackler goes flying over Young Bones Gaming, who has the flipper weapon on the front. The rest of them have spike weapons. Mikolas GX has the spike weapon as well. Mikolas GX currently sat on top of Maria the German. They aren't doing much. It seems to be between Adolf Jackler and Young Bones Gaming doing the most action at the moment, but they come together now. They're still one-on-one, but they're closer together in the corner of the arena. Adolf Jackler seems to be on top against Young Bones Gaming. Maria the German keeps getting underneath Miscellaneous GX. Those two aren't really doing much. I think there might be a problem. Wheels come off. Where's that come? I think that's off Young Bones Gaming. Adolf Jackler comes in with the spikes on one of the wheels of Young Bones Gaming, and the wheel has come off. That's a significant weakness now to the Young Bones Gaming robot. It could be in a real problem here. They all come together now. All four in together, fighting for each other. Maria the German underneath someone again. Keeps getting underneath people. I don't know what the strange habit is there. But Miscellaneous GX now on the side of Adolf Jackler. Young Bones Gaming is still going, even with just the free wheels. It's putting in a brave effort to attack Maria the German, the fastest robot in this ring today. One of the fastest robots we have in Banter Wars, actually. And we might see some of that skill coming into play in a minute, because Maria the German will go flying across the arena if prompted. Adolf Jackler and Miscellaneous GX staying out of trouble. Meanwhile, Young Bones Gaming being counted out as held against the wall. It's okay now, comes back in on the action. I don't know who's on top here. This is, look there, Maria the German showing off his speed and turning Miscellaneous GX on its back. That was an incredible show of speed there from Maria the German, and it's putting Miscellaneous GX under real significant damage here. Adolf Jackler and Young Bones Gaming at each other's throats in the corner, but I think Adolf Jackler and Maria the German are on top here today. They've provided the most damage. Adolf Jackler perhaps doing the most, taking off the wheels of Young Bones Gaming, but at the moment it's going to be a difficult call for the judges. I don't know which way this one's gone. It's Bemanic. They're also pacey, also good, I suppose. Like either equally good or equally bad, it's hard to tell. But Maria the German now in on Adolf Jackler, and I think this one could go between those two. The other two have played well, but it's between Maria the German and Adolf Jackler, and it goes to the judges' decision. Straight away, they separated one-on-one. Miscellaneous GX really suffering in the hands of Maria the German, and then Adolf Jackler took the wheel of Young Bones Gaming. I think those two won their personal battle, so I think it's between Maria the German and Adolf Jackler, and they were both threatening throughout the game. There we see Maria the German turning over Miscellaneous GX, but I think the wheel taken off by Adolf Jackler could be crucial here for the judges. I think the additional damage on Young Bones Gaming will mean that Adolf Jackler will win, but we have to get confirmation from the judges, and the judges say, what they say is that they agree with me. Adolf Jackler is the winner of the Invertible 4-way melee. Congratulations to Adolf Jackler. Commiserations to Maria the German, Miscellaneous GX and Young Bones Gaming. A worthy fight. No one was a weak link there. It was a beautiful fight. All in on the action. But it's Adolf Jackler who caused the most damage with those pronged spikes on the front and the rear of the robot, taking off the wheel of Young Bones Gaming, which means it's the winner. Next up, another 4-way melee. We have the Artists melee. Artists, why? I'll explain. Ducks Ahoy, creator of the Adam's Little vlog. Exploding Wolf. Doodle, creator of a lot, well, pretty much all of the pictures that you see at the end of Banter Wars videos. Kitty, inventor of the Banter Wolf. That's pretty much played in every single part of the Heap Games channel. And of course, the basis for the Banter Wars trophy. Icarus, AZ side. I needed another artist. He does artwork, so he's in there as well. They're all going to get thrown into a ring, and we're going to a new one today. Which one is it? We're going to this one. I don't know what it's called, but we're going in there, and the artists are going to brawl it out to see who is the superior artist. Doodle straight in on Ducks Ahoy, turning it over. I don't think it can self-right. That's got a really low ground clearance. Ducks Ahoy, so surprising to see. He's gotten under so easily there. Icarus AZ sides. Slamming down on Kitty. Kitty's robot is actually the only robot we have with car steering, which at the moment seems to be a bit of a detriment to the robot. It's unable to get away, it's hardly moving. Icarus AZ side, previously known as Dom Senshi, so forgive me if I get the name wrong, is putting some real punishment in on Kitty. Meanwhile, Doodle is done with Ducks Ahoy. Ducks Ahoy is probably counted out at the moment. Doodle is circling on the other side of the bridge. I think this arena is called Bridge of Doom. There is a lot pretty. It's a doomy looking bridge in the middle there, and I think Kitty's out of it. Half the robot's hanging over. So it's between Icarus AZ side, who falls over onto the side there. It's on its front. It's not going to be able to self-rate. I don't think Doodle could have just won this game by pure luck. I can't believe it. Icarus AZ side has thrown itself over the side there by the bridge. What a foolish bit of driving, and it's out. It's Doodle who takes this victory. Ducks Ahoy didn't last 10 seconds. It was instantly thrown over by Doodle. Icarus AZ side, a good start, taking out Kitty with a few axe slams there. Kitty was doomed from the start, really, with that car steering. Maybe not quite as useful as first printed, but then it threw itself over the side. What a poor piece of driving, and that allowed Doodle to run away with the victory unopposed. Congratulations to Doodle, the creator of pretty much all of the artwork so far at the end of the Banter Wars videos. Commiserations to the others. I'm very thankful for all you do for Banter Wars and for the channel itself. It's wonderful to have you helping out, and I hope you have luck in Banter Wars Series 2 because they're all entered. Remember to check out their channels if you haven't already. They'll be down in the description. So without further bollocking around, let's move on to the next four-way melee. We have these ones. There's no real theme to this one, but it's got me in it. Heap Games robot showing for the first time against Patrick Robury's robot Red. That was previewed in a Challenge Belt episode. Jelson975, who will not be appearing in Banter Wars Series 2 and has so far not appeared in Banter Wars Series 1. So this is the first and possibly only appearance of Jelson. And Thang4 with the most impressive axe I've seen so far in Banter Wars. Who will come out on top here? Off we go to another ring, which I don't know the name of. This one has a large skull overlooking the ring to spy on all our unfortunate victims above the pits. There are spikes coming up from the floor. We also have that big hole in the ground. Jelson, Red, Patrick Robury, Thang4, and me. Go on me, show them who's boss. It looks like a satellite out there in the middle of the ring. I don't think it's going to be much more effective in terms of robot combat. Red is straight in on the side, and Thang4 and Jelson are against each other on the other side. The axe is coming down. Jelson has a combination of weapons, the flipping arm and the spiked club at the top. And it's coming into play on Thang4. The axe has come off! The most impressive axe in the series so far is chopped off by the swinging mace spike weapon of Jelson. I don't know what you call it. And now it's turning over Thang4. Jelson has got this one in the bag. Thang4 can't self-right. It's getting pushed towards the edge. Meanwhile, Red and Heap Games robot are together. My robot's on its back. What's it doing? Get back on your wheels, son. You ain't done yet. I think Red's coming out on top of this one, unfortunately. Now my robot's being counted out, so Red's going to have to take on Jelson. And Jelson is waiting in the centre, saying, "Come closer, my prey." And it's turned over by the spikes. Jelson doesn't have to do anything, but the robot's able to turn itself over. A fantastic self-righting mechanism there from what looks like a pretty simple robot. It is quite intelligent, it's good. And off comes the weapon of Jelson. That spike flipper on Red's proven so dangerous so far. It can self-fight, it can take weapons off, it can potentially flip. Maybe we'll see some of that as well, but Jelson is also capable of flipping. Which way is it going to go? They've both been impressive. Jelson was easily taking out Thang4. Red didn't even have to try to beat my robot, unfortunately. But so far out of these two, Jelson has been impressive, and Red is able to push for such a small robot. It's got pushing power. Jelson's getting pushed backwards, and it tumbles into the pit. Red, the robot from Patrick Robury, has won this battle. Heap Games robot didn't stand a chance, unfortunately. Thang4 was promising. It was probably my favourite going into this, but the spiked club of Jelson was too much for that robot. Meanwhile, my satellite robot, it's useless. We saw some great self-righting from Patrick Robury's robot. Jelson couldn't handle it, neither could the weaponry, that was taken off. And finally, Jelson fell into the pit, and Red comes away with a fantastic victory here in the four-way melee. A great performance from Patrick Robury's robots, which is also called Red. Two of these robots, Patrick Robury's Red and my robot, will be appearing in Series 2. The others will not be appearing, so we'll say a fond farewell to those two. It's been fantastic seeing these robots in 1.5. Hopefully see you again soon. Meanwhile, the next four-way melee, and we're animal themed. We've got the return of Ducks Ahoy, because the robot's a duck. We've got Mr. Meerkat, because the robot's a meerkat. We've got Game of Perfection, because of the Robo-Dodo. And we've got Angry Monkey, because it's a monkey. Not sure if it's angry. Maybe we'll find out in the arena. Let's see if it looks angry in another new ring. We've got another one here. This one's got a massive hammer in the middle. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called the half circle ring, where our animal bots will be fighting it out to see who is the king of the jungle. There's the massive hammer in the middle. There's other obstacles in the arena as well. We have spike walls coming up from the floor as well. Circulosaurs, Ducks Ahoy, Angry Monkey, Mr. Meerkat, and the Robo-Dodo in the ring together. Who's king of the jungle? Who reigns in the animal kingdom? 3, 2, 1, off they go. My money's on Angry Monkey here. Mr. Meerkat's out already, and the Robo-Dodo follows. The Robo-Dodo tumbles over, and that's two robots already over. The weapon of Ducks Ahoy straight in on Mr. Meerkat. It's not good with flippers. It's an unstable robot. And then Robo-Dodo. It's more stable than it used to be, but with a side-on attack like that from those monkey claws, it didn't stand a chance, and I think both those out of it, gone, done. Dr. Hoy is rubbing it in on Mr. Meerkat, pushing the robot towards the hammer, trying to give it further punishment. It's close to the target. Here it comes. Will the hammer come down? Bang! Poor Mr. Meerkat. How unfortunate. I think Robo-Dodo's out of it. Angry Monkey comes into the action, and I think Dr. Hoy is stuck. Dr. Hoy isn't moving, it's being counted out. It's not immobilised, but it seems to be stuck on the ramp. It's not moving, it's out. It's counted out, and now Angry Monkey can run away with this. Just as Doodle did earlier when Icarus A's side jumped off the edge, Dr. Hoy has killed itself on the ramp. Mr. Meerkat's counted out. Angry Monkey takes away the victory here. I wouldn't say it's deserved, but it beat Robo-Dodo with ease, didn't have to even try. And then Dr. Hoy, having beaten Mr. Meerkat with the flipper, beat itself on the ramp. Angry Monkey with a victory from nothing pretty much. But well done. Commiserations to the others. Entertaining as always. But it turns out that out of a meerkat, a duck, a dodo and a monkey, the primates reign supreme. We'll be seeing all 4 of these robots in Banter Wars Series 2. It's currently in production, don't forget about it. So we're done with the 4-way melees. And now it's time for Team Trash. You may have thought that Team Trash was over. We had our winners in Steezus and Youngbones Gaming, but there was one battle of controversy. Belcoot and AJ Pats against Bad Wolf Gamer and the Savage Scott. Bad Wolf Gamer and Savage Scott were saying that the decision was controversial. Me and the judges don't think so, but you obviously do. What we're going to do about that, we're going to set the record straight. Let's see if Bad Wolf Gamer and Savage Scott really can beat AJ Pats and Belcoot. Notice as well that Belcoot's got a new design now. It's no longer a triangular Toblerone, it's more like a mine. As always, with the Team Trash, we head to the Octagon Arena. You can see the new Belcoot there, looking all shiny and pristine, free of damage. How long's that going to last? We have the hammer as usual. We also have the flippers in the centre of the ring. We have our team members. We have Spider belonging to Bad Wolf Gamer. We have the Savage Scott, the Hoitcha Toitcha. Belcoot's robot, which looks like a mine. And AJ Pats, the one with the weird weaponry. 3, 2, 1. Let's set the record straight. Who really is the best out of these 2 teams? Will we find out here today? I hope we will. No more controversy, please, lads. The flipper's gone straight in on Belcoot, but I think Spider might be stuck. We can see the flips coming there, and the weaponry has caught on one of Belcoot's spikes. It needs to get away from there before it falls into that pit. Right, meanwhile, AJ Pats and the Hoitcha Toitcha are battling it out, but Belcoot's being counted out. It isn't able to move. Spider has clung on to one of the spikes. The pit opens and they're dangerously close to falling in. The Spider is being counted out. AJ goes flying, and it's going to be just as controversial as last time. Spider can't let go. Spider is counted out. Belcoot and Spider, Bad Wolf Gamers robot, are out of it. It's between the Savage Scott and AJ Pats. Who can win out of these 2? My money would be on the Hoitcha Toitcha robot. It's strange, but they're both strange robots at the end of the day. AJ Pats needs to get that weapon in. It can't though, it's come off. The weapon is off of AJ Pats. It's got nothing left. It has lost its troll weapon. We can see that it comes into contact with the spikes on the front of the Savage Scott, and off they come. So now we have a weaponless AJ Pats, basically just a box, against the Scottish robot. Oh, you can see in the background Belcoot's fallen into the pit. Never mind, it's still in with a chance of winning this with AJ Pats, just as long as we have one of them come out on top. It gets pushed towards the hammer. The Savage Scott, AJ is doing well. It's doing well to push the Savage Scott towards that hammer. The robot is smoking. A lot of the motors on the Savage Scott are on fire, I think. And AJ is suddenly looking like it's on top in this battle. What's the Savage Scott going to do here? It's got to pull something out of the bag, else it remains the loser in this battle. Spider's out of it in the background. You can just make it out in the corner. But meanwhile, the Savage Scott has got to do something. It's being pushed closer to the hammer. The wheels are smoking. AJ Pats is well on top, even if it has no weapons, apart from that little flicky thing on the side. You can see now Savage Scott is too close. It's too close to the pit. It's in the pit. AJ Pats has won this for AJ and Belcoot. And the controversy, I'm not sure if it continues. I think that's it. I think you can't say now that they were hard done by, because they've lost the rematch, and I think fairly so. Spider got stuck on Belcoot's weaponry and took itself out. AJ Pats, fair and square, has beaten the Savage Scott. So, Bad Wolf Gaming, Savage Scott, stop it now. You can't complain anymore. You are the losers, and you remain the losers. What a fantastic battle. But don't be disheartened. You've got another chance in Banter Wars Series 2 to redeem yourselves, lads. And that's where all these 4 robots will be. And that is the next in line for production. Heat A has already been produced, but they're all going to be produced first. That's another 8 episodes to be made before they go up. But it looks spectacular, much more so than Series 1 and 1.5. It's going to be massive, and I hope you join me on the adventure as we continue Banter Wars into the future. Be prepared, be ready, be fearful. It's all going to be let loose soon. Goodbye.